Last night, all I think about is you. Don't stop, baby.
It's Monday. Nope, that's wrong. It's Tuesday. Yesterday was Memorial Day, so I didn't have any school. I just had work, and it was good to get a break. But also did kind of break me of my routine. So I am like 5 minutes later than I normally am today. And I have a client right at 9 a.m. so I can't really afford to be late. Hopefully traffic's not too bad. If it is bad, then hopefully she gets caught in it too so that I'm not just late. I'm kind of glad that I have somebody first thing because I can then kind of figure out how I want my day to look after her instead of just kind of going in and just going straight into it in terms of like studying and stuff. I feel so tired right now. I didn't have my coffee because the coffee maker that I use is like, it works like 50% of the time. Sometimes I have to brew it like 5 times for the coffee to actually filter through the water. It's like a whole thing. I don't know. I'm just feeling really sluggish today, kind of dreading school and everything. I don't know. I just things feel kind of impossible right now. I had a client last Friday, and she was one of my friends, and that was awesome. But the day I had before her was not really that good, so it's kind of thrown me off a little bit. I don't know. I'm just feeling like my skill is not like where it should be, and that's kind of just making me question the longevity of a career in this industry. So that's where I'm at. Hopefully I'll be able to give an update, a more positive update later. It was a really good day. Well, that just might have to be like that. Yeah, probably. But I can't stand that. It was a really good day. I had a client first thing in the morning, like I said, and then I was actually wanting to get some services done by Aesthetics. But I was kind of nervous and shy to actually like go in there myself. So, luckily I had finished with my client and I was finishing an exam that I was doing, and they actually came up and asked me if I wanted to be a model for a lash lift. So I got a lash lift in tint, and it looks freaking incredible. I'm really happy with it. And then I mentioned wanting to get some wax done, and they waxed me. So it's a good day. Some drama popping off at work. So I get to head into that right now. And that's where I'm at. And I will insert a picture of the nails I did. So it's Wednesday, and I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know why. I don't have any clients today. I promised the Aesthetics girls that I would get my brows mapped and waxed today. And yeah, I'm considering finishing the last 2 chapters in my first textbook, which is like a general textbook, and then from that point on I can then get into the actual nails textbook so that I can start learning more specialized stuff. But at the same time, I really like to get in my practice for my acrylic, So I'm not really sure what today is gonna look like other than getting my brows waxed. Yeah, pretty boring so far, but boring in a good way. Having an emotional day. I just want to like scream and cry at the same time. It started off pretty bad because last night I got an email from one of the people from my property management company with my old house, the one that I moved out of, saying that we need to keep the utilities on and in my name per the agreement, per the early termination agreement. And I've already terminated my accounts with them because I am having a mediator talk with my ex because so when my ex talked to the property management company and he got the options for what we can do in our situation, he didn't tell the mediator that we needed to continue utilities, or the property management company didn't tell him. So I terminated the accounts, and we didn't get like an official form drawn up to sign for the early termination until like a week after that original call took place with my ex and the property manager. So it wasn't even in my scope that was something we needed to worry about. I am mowing the lawn, I'm upkeeping the property itself. So yeah, so then I tell the property management company today, I read over the early termination agreement, and it doesn't say it has to be in my name, it just says I have to keep paying utilities. And so I emailed them and I told them the situation, I wasn't aware of this, this is how it is. And I said I would be glad to pay you guys directly since you guys have an account set up with them, And they responded and just said, yeah, we're not going to do that. You're going to have to set them up again. Despite me no longer having a key to the house, I no longer live in the house. Neither one of us has keys. Neither one of us lives there. So yeah. So I've been on the phone all day with these people from the utilities company, and it's been a struggle. I had to pay another deposit to get it set up, and I'm gonna have to talk with my mediator, explain the situation so I can get in contact with my ex so he can pay his half and everything. It's just ridiculous. It's just so stressful. And on top of that, this isn't serious, but the book I've been reading, it's been finally getting to a point where the characters are together, but then something happens and the characters can no longer be together, and it's just like filling me with so much sadness. I don't know. I just feel like I want to cry and scream and just like pause time. I just can't. It's one thing, the utilities, whatever, but then like the book that I read to escape my reality turns out to be just so sad. There better be another book after this because I am heartbroken right now. My mom's coming in for a pedicure in like half an hour, and yeah, if she asks me anything about anything, I might just cry. So that's how it feels today. So yeah, not a good start. Yesterday was good though. I don't even know how to explain it. So one of the other students there, she had a client that was originally just going to be one acrylic set and then one gel mani. Then the client wanted to turn it into 2 mani-pedis because it was her and her sister. And so the client unfortunately didn't understand the terminology. So like twice I was like performing services, and then they would be like, oh, she wants length. And I'd be like, okay, well, like I'm not at the point where I can do acrylic or gel X or anything like that right now. But so yeah, it was a very weird thing, but it actually turned out being really fun and we had a really good time, and that was cool. That was a good day. Now I just need to do my mom's pedicure, finish my first textbook, which should be easy. I just need to take the test for those. And then hopefully tomorrow will feel better, and hopefully the characters get back together and there's some sort of resolution there, because I don't know why, but it just like it hurts me so bad. I'm having an emotional day. It's Friday. I gotta figure out this phone thing because it's like not saying, but anyway, I'm leaving school. I'm not heading into school right now. It's awesome. Start of the weekend. I had a really, really good day. I didn't know if I was walking into multiple clients, because I talked to my instructor yesterday and we had talked about me trying to fit in two manicures, a dip manicure and then a gel manicure for a mom and a daughter at noon, but the mom didn't want to be there that long. Or not that long, she just didn't want to be there at noon. She originally wanted a 10 a.m. appointment, but I was the only one available to do it, and I don't get to school until noon on Fridays, so I couldn't do that. But I got my brows done. Oh, finally, gosh. I got my brows done while I was waiting for my client to show up. I thought she was for 2:30, so I'm getting my brows like tinted and waxed, and then my instructor comes in there at 2 and is like, hey, your client's here, and I was like, what? So I had to quickly clean up, and I took my client at 2, and I finished around 4-ish. We were talking a lot. She wanted a dip with tip, and she was really cool. We actually went to the same school, not at the same time, but so we knew a bunch of stuff, of the same stuff. We talked a lot. We had a good time. And she tips me the same amount as her service cost. Like, it was awesome. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, and now I'm gonna go home. Next week will be a week of tests. Not really. I actually finished all my tests for my first textbook today. So what I mean by a week of tests is that I have 3 clients already lined up for next week, which is the most that I've ever had lined up. So I'm gonna have to figure out where I can fit in walk-ins, and then where I can fit in actually like studying, and then also practicing. I know 3 clients doesn't sound like a lot, but they're all on different days, and because I'm not at school full-time, it actually does amount to a significant portion of the time that I am at school. So it's just gonna be challenging. And on Monday I have my first ever acrylic set on somebody that's not me. I have my mom coming in to do a full acrylic set. I don't want to spend too much time on her in one session, so on Sunday actually I'm going to remove the builder gel that I've been doing on her, and then so she'll have nice clean natural nails for me on Monday, and then I can just go in and just all I have to do is prep and then acrylic and then whatever she wants else on it. So I feel like I have passed a significant hurdle Facebook, and I did nail art for the first time. I feel really confident in my abilities. I had that bad day this week, but I feel like this week went really well. I'm really happy with everything, and I just feel really confident. I feel really confident in my abilities. I might need to get like a phone mount or something, but anyway. Yeah, feeling really good about everything so far. On Monday, that will be my 1 month anniversary of being at school, which is pretty crazy because it's flown by and I'm only going to be there until October 15th if I continue to not miss a single day. I never thought I would be here. I never thought I would be here. If somebody told me that I would be at cosmetology school and I would already be a month in and taking clients, I would say that's insane. If somebody told me that I was doing it to eventually live in London, I would say you're insane. I'm over the moon with how everything's going so far. I really was scared because I'm the type of person to jump into things and then get so into it that after like a few months I'm done and I'm over it. So I waited a while to start cosmetology school. I waited a while because I really wanted to make sure that this is something that I saw myself doing and I wanted to do. And it's hard when you're giving all of yourself to somebody and you're putting their wants in front of yours and you never really know what you want. So it feels really, really good to be in a place where I can put myself first, and when I do, it feels good. I know that was a little much for this, but I just feel good. Just felt like sharing. Anyway, I'm almost a month there. This is 4 weeks down.